Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we got a wonderful show for you guys on Eagle Talks Football. Make sure you guys do, of course, get those W's in the chat. Hit that like button. Let me see that you guys are actually in the comment section by putting those W's in the chat right now.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
But yeah, you guys already know what it is. I got a wonderful panel for you guys. And of course, I put all the links to their channels in the description. I think I got a bunch of debutants coming on today, but let me bring out the people that have already been on here before. We got Matt in the building coming through. He did a match reaction recently with me after the Brentford game. So big up, Matt. Hope you're doing well. The link to his Twitter is right there. You guys can definitely check him out also. Shout out to everyone on Twitter and on YouTube also. We also got another Matt in the building, and the link to Matt's YouTube channel is in the house. Of course, the Bot and podcast. Bro, I see you always. I see all your graphics and everything, man, stepping it up with the graphics. I love to see it. Matt, we can't hear you yet, but when you're ready, chime in. You there, bro? Nah, he's not there yet. You know what? I'm gonna bring in the rest of the boys as you get that sorted out. Don't worry. I think this is the first time he's been on the channel. I don't think I've ever had you Sod on the channel. Big up, Sod. Go make sure you check out his channel. I was on his video yesterday, the football corner. We were getting into it, really heated debates about Arsenal and just in general what we're going to do with our future. And you know what? Every debutant that comes on the channel, I have to ask them a question. So I'm going to get to that question in a second. And then we also have next, we got another debutant. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Life, people can change your opinion of people. Because TJ thought I was an absolute asshole and used to message me on Twitter, call me all sorts of names. I had the guy blocked. We actually spoke, and now we're cool. You see, life shows you. You just need to get to know somebody, or else you're going to think they're an absolute idiot, right? There you go.
Yeah, sometimes, sometimes you get on Twitter, you get aggressive. And look, this was before I was ever on YouTube. Still not an excuse. So you never be careful what you say on Twitter, people, because you never know when you meet that person. You might just be eating your words, and they might end up being a good guys. But big up, Igal. Thank you so much for having me on. Big up all the rest of the panels. I didn't get the memo to be wearing the Arsenal shirts though. So should I go get that? What's going on?
It's fine. It's fine. Just know that whenever we're doing the Arsenal stream, most likely there's going to be 3 or 4 people that are, and some of them are going to wear Arsenal kits. Now, everyone in the chat, hope you guys are doing well. Let's go, brother. Wales up 1-0 versus Finland. Okay, let's see if Wales can get to the Euros. But before we go any further, I just want to say we got 2 debutants. I need to ask the question: how did you become an Arsenal fan? I'll start with you, Saad. After you finish drinking your water, of course.
Listen, it's in my blood, bro. It's in my blood, and I'll tell you the reason why. Yeah, my dad and my uncle came here from a very young age, bro, and they lived in the Angel, Islington, bro. That's where they moved, and then they moved to Notting Hill and to Ladbroke Grove, where all the Moroccans are. Yeah, but that's their first team that they got when they first came to this country. It passed on to me, bro. There's no other team I could support. My dad's a very stubborn guy, so I was forced. It was either this or you don't watch football. Yeah, or you watch football as a complete neutral and you don't have a team. There's no other team I could support. I was forced into this, and I loved every minute of it. So I appreciate my dad for taking me down this great road. Hey, listen, man, we're here now, isn't it?
Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. I can see all the regulars in the chat, and of course, Saka Gunner, Mata, who's a Man United fan but always shows love. We got Air Max 90 in the building. Big up all you guys. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button right now. And of course, if you're watching on X, come join us over on YouTube, because it's the only place where we can actually see your comments clearly and read them all out and everything. On X, sometimes all the comments don't come through. And then TJ, my question to you: how did you become an Arsenal fan? Because I've never spoken to you about this before.
Yeah, no. I'm fairly new compared to everybody else. So I started following Arsenal probably about 10 or 11 years ago. I got really into English Premier League football because my roommate was a Man United fan. I didn't really like Man United. I just thought that they were too popular. So I did some research, and I found that the Cronkies owned a Premier League team, and I was a big Avalanche fan growing up. So I figured I would identify with a fan base that has more or less succeeded or suffered under the ilk of Stan and Josh Kroenke. So I identified as an Arsenal fan, and ever since around 2013, I've been following them, and I've been loving it ever since. Well, not loving it. It's like heartbreak. It's like a girlfriend that gives and takes, right? So it was. I fell in love with the history. I fell in love with the badge. Fell in love with the culture, and yeah, that's why I'm an Arsenal fan.
There you go. And then so we're kind of, this video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to kind of talk about the current news quickly, and then get on to the actual main point of the video, which is to recap kind of the season and just look over some of the low moments, the high moments, maybe our best moments, and then end it off with a tier list of all the best players that we currently have, because we have a lot of good players. But before we go any further, did you guys hear the news? Bukayo Saka has left England early. Guys, this is Mikel Arteta doing magic this transfer, this international break. First you got Gabriel Magalhaes pulling out. You got all sorts of players pulling out of their international teams, and now you got Saka. All we need is Rice, and then we got everybody pretty much out of their international duties except for Saliba, right? What you guys
apparently Rice. Sorry, apparently Rice. Yeah, the only reason why he's really staying there is because he wants his 50th cap against Brazil. That's the only reason why Rice is still there. Otherwise, Rice will be back as. Hey, listen, I'm all up for the Sir Alex Ferguson type moves, bro. We all know how he used to. Every time England would come up to play, bro, Sir Alex Ferguson would say, "Actually, you know what? Wayne Rooney is not available. I'm sorry, he's not available to play. We're gonna have to keep him here. He needs to do a couple scans, this and that." Bro, there was no injury, bro. He was fine. He was healthy. I'm glad we're doing this, man. We don't need to risk our players in this crunch time of the season. No need.
Guys, everyone, a couple words, because I can already see some salty rival fans saying he's a disgrace, not playing for his country. Well, if I'm not mistaken, he reported to duty, and England have even tweeted out, if I'm not mistaken, that he is injured and they wish him all the best. So it's clearly not a situation where he dissed England. He's been given their blessing to keep him moving. And also, Bukayo Saka is a little different from the Ben White situation. He's literally England's like second most important attacker, I would say. So when it comes to Bukayo Saka, people need to relax. I've been seeing a lot of Cole Palmer is going to replace him, Foden's going to replace him. Bullshit. These people, man, they're so desperate to make fun of Saka. They have nothing. They're just trying to find something to get angry about. But right now, when you have the England Twitter account literally tweeting it out, all you have to say is just wish him the best and hopefully he's ready for City. Well, we know he's not injured.
Yo, Egal, what I would say on this, right, is Gabriel, he is injured, but it's not serious because Brazil are training at our training ground. So there's no way that if he wasn't injured, that he would be allowed to go back to train with Arsenal.
Maybe they sent him to go spy on Brazil.
But maybe. With Saka, I don't know. Yes, everyone's saying it's precaution. I really hope it is. But this guy loves to play football. This young guy loves to play football. And that's what's kind of scaring me, is that it's only a precaution and he's left. Because if it was a precaution, I don't think he would have left. I don't know. I've still got my opinions about it, but I'm really hoping it is precaution because I hope
in big 2024 you guys aren't actually thinking that he's actually injured. Like, let's keep it real. We should know the mind games.
He's not injured.
I hope so. I really hope so.
No,
because as soon as you see, no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, bro. As soon as you see precaution, bro, khalas, alhamdulillah, he's not injured, bro. Precaution, they only put that in. That's technically the word for bullshit. It's done. He's not injured, bro. He's not injured. Let's just not get over exaggerate on the word, bro. He's not injured. It's a precaution, bro. He's literally there, man.
All right, let's get into the other news. Do you guys remember early under Mikel Arteta, whenever we would lose a behind closed door friendly, there would be absolute uproar and people would lose their shit for like a couple days. They'd be talking about how the hell did we lose a behind closed door friendly to Wolves or Watford or whoever we lose to in a behind closed door friendly. Well, today we lost in a 4-0 battering from QPR. And I don't know if you guys seen the actual team or who was out there, but yeah, if this was early in Arteta's reign, a bunch of people would have been flipping out. So just to let you guys know, if I'm not mistaken, Tomiyasu was there, Partey was there. You also had a bunch of academy players in the team. from what I can see here, I'm just gonna go through it quickly. I can see it's a bunch of academy players. I don't see too many first team players.
There
No,
was
it's,
only Tomiyasu and Partey in terms of.
it's
first
literally
team.
a bunch of academy players: Tomiyasu, Partey, Miles Lewis, Skelly. Yeah, that's it. So it's like it was a situation. If let me share screen actually while I'm doing this, so you guys can see the photos. Because did you guys read up on it at all? Because to me,
I saw that
Yeah,
it
I saw
happened,
it.
but I mean, when your main thumbnail is Tomiyasu and an out of form and an out of form Partey, I mean, what do you expect? A
Yeah.
bunch of academy kids playing against
Ego,
these are
go
players,
back
bro.
to that picture.
These are
yeah, the bald guy versus
This thing here, that thing threw me. Like, look at that player and look at the guy we played against.
Yeah, give me a
That tells you everything. Like,
Bro.
come on.
No, and anybody who's running a narrative that this is anything, any indication or anything that we should be feeling negative about, they're not paying
bro.
attention.
This guy's
Who is this kid? I don't even know who this kid is.
That's crazy,
Bro,
bro.
Bro,
This
the
man,
guy's
for
up to the
Tomiyasu
defender's
and
hip, bro. What the
what
hell?
is this man could hunt geese with a rake, bro. It's crazy, broski. What is going on, bro?
look
What
at
is
that.
with the guy's height,
Nah,
bro?
that's a joke.
Yo, Egal.
I've never heard of these guys, bro.
Can anyone name this guy here? No, does anyone know
No.
this guy?
Matt
what,
could
the
be able-
academy
Matt,
players?
can you name him?
Oh,
Who
fuck.
the-
Jack
who is
Francis.
this? No, who's this one here? This one here.
This is Salah, right?
Yeah.
That's Salah. That's
No,
Salah. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
big
no,
up my Maghribi brother, bro. That's my guy.
Listen, long
Yeah.
story short,
My
they
guy,
scored
bro.
2 goals at the end. They scored 2. How did they score? Halftime was 1-0. They scored 3. They scored another 3 goals in the second half. It is what it is. We kept it moving. If you actually look at the team, this was the team out there. I don't see any first team players besides
Oh, my
Tomiyasu and Partey.
days.
So that just
For
tells
those
you
two
everything.
players in particular, it was literally just for fitness.
Yeah,
And
that
yeah.
just tells you what
Matt
it's all
Sharp
about.
as well.
So we kind of need to move past that. I don't think there's too much to be said on that. But big up Dan Potts for sending over the raid. Everyone who's just joined over from Dan Potts' channel, big up to you guys. But yeah, we got 60 people in the building on YouTube. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're watching on Twitter, come join us over from on YouTube. Guys, let's do a little bit of reminiscing. Okay, I'm gonna go through all the fixtures and I'm gonna name the fixture, and you tell me what's the first thing that pops to your head. It doesn't need to be too in depth. We're just gonna kind of go through the Arsenal's fixtures. The first, what is it? How many fixtures have we played? Like we played 28 fixtures, so we're gonna kind of go by quite quickly some of them, but let's just talk about them, right? So of course we're not gonna mention. We're gonna go all the way back to what was it? When did we play? Who did we play in the preseason? Do you guys remember what happened in preseason? We had Kai Havertz do a skills challenge.
I was
You guys
there,
remember
bro. I was there. I
preseason?
saw it live. I was
Bro,
there.
You guys
you were
don't
enjoying
lie. You're
yourself.
all worried. You're all worried. Don't lie. When you saw that
Nah,
video, like me, I was like,
I didn't care.
what is that?
Nobody takes it
Preseason?
serious.
Preseason was a mad time because people were talking about how are we going to score goals? What are we going to do for goals? Do we have enough goals in the team? Guys, we have the most goals in the Premier League. Like,
Hey,
Ego,
go.
Ego,
You know, bro, that on that night, yeah, because I know. Listen, apart from TJ, yeah, all of us, yeah, we're living in the UK at that point, bro. All of us were just awake like this, bro, just looking at it, bro, just watching. I'm like, bro, what am I staying up for right here, bro? What is the skills challenge?
All I remember is the skills challenge from Kai Havertz was trending on Twitter for a day and a half. People are so hungry for negativity about Arsenal that they took a skills challenge, an MLS skills challenge, which is the equivalent to like a 3-point competition in the NBA. And they took it as, yo, look at this guy. And then what does he do the next day, TJ? What does he do?
He scored the 5th goal. He scored the 5th goal. But look, here's the thing. Is if you were, I was in the stadium, guys. I was in the stadium. You got to look at the body language of the Arsenal players here. And they didn't know what they were there. They weren't taking it seriously. Nobody was taking it seriously. You think Kai Havertz is taking a freaking essentially a skills and it's an all-star skills competition. It's a 3-point skills competition. It's no indication of how good a player is going to do or how bad a player is going to do. And look, even the game against MLS All-Stars, these guys are dead, bro. It was a 5-0. It was easy. It was an easy run out. Like, It was great. It was my first Arsenal game I've
Yeah,
ever
you know
seen,
what?
by the way. Great
We're
to
not gonna
see,
spend
bro.
too much
Great
time on the
to see.
MLS All Stars, but if you guys also remember Ten Hag said we don't do friendlies, and then they beat us.
Yeah.
And we got
But
all
you know,
that.
hey, do you know what is with that one? Do you remember the gas from Flex and KG? Do you remember that? After them, they were like, "Yeah, Arsenal, we're gonna finish higher than them." One of them bettered Robbie.
Mainu's better than Rice.
Yeah, you remember all of that? Come on, man. Come on.
Nah, but you know what? Manu actually showed up that game. That was big. And then what happened
did
against
show up.
Barcelona? You guys remember Barcelona came there.
Yeah.
They tried to fight us, beat up our players. Somebody almost gave Gabriel Jesus a knee injury. And the next thing you know, the manager after the game is saying, "Oh, why is Arsenal playing so hard? It's just a friendly." What the fuck?
Yeah.
That Barcelona game really impressed me with Yuri and Timber. That game,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, yeah, this guy is going to be fucking amazing for Arsenal. Because
Mhm.
what he did I think he played left back in that game. What he
Yeah,
did
did.
on that left hand side was brilliant. Like, I've not seen that before from an
Bro,
Arsenal player since maybe
it's not
Saka
even-
played as a left wing back.
It's not even that game, bro, for Timber.
Go
But
to
we're
the
gonna
City
get into
game.
it. We're gonna get into it, bro.
Go to the,
He's
you
coming back.
go into the City game, bro. You know,
Yeah! Oh my god, bro. Listen, Julian Timber, bro. Yeah, this man, bro, Walker. We already knew him as the guy who likes to get involved in the attacks and this and that, and Bernardo Silva and these man. Yeah, bro. Timber did not let them get a sniff. Bro, these men were crossing the ball and they couldn't get a sniff. All of a sudden, bro, his boot comes off and I get flashbacks from Kivior last season tying his shoelaces. I'm like, la, 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 la. Is he going to go down and tie his shoelaces or going to get his boot? Bro, this guy kept on playing with no boot on, bro. Like, no boot. He's just got socks. Man's like, bro, where's the ball? Where's the ball? Who wants it? I was like, yeah. This guy's a warrior, bro. I need this guy right now, bro.
I know it's just a community shield, but it was really nice to beat City in any game.
100%.
It didn't matter if it was a community shield. It was still so nice to beat City. We don't beat them that often. We have, and then you know what? To start off the season in that fashion, it was like a monkey off your back. It was nice. But another thing, that game versus City, Kai Havertz started up top. Do you guys remember the drama?
Yep.
The cussing online people were doing before the game, the laughter, the jokes, guys.
Yeah.
Versus City, he did good in that game.
He did. Yeah.
And funny enough, that's the only time we've seen the midfield that we all want to see, which is Timber, which is Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard in front of them, bro. That's the only time we've seen it properly. You know
No,
what I
we
mean?
have not. We saw that in the Sevilla game in the Emirates Cup, I believe, which was the last game before the season started. And that game just showed how dominant that midfield can be.
You know what? I think it's only right, since we're doing like a reminisce, we actually show the midfield. So this was the this was the Man City game, and this was the midfield you guys are talking about. We actually had this team out there for that game. So it was a very interesting time. I thought this was going to be a midfield also. This team, I thought this was close to our best 11. Just replace Havertz
Remove Raya.
with Thing.
Yeah, put Raya in.
Exactly.
Raya didn't come in yet. Raya didn't come in yet.
I know. I'm just saying, if you're talking about a perfect starting 11, that's that with what we have, that's it. But
yeah,
Sam's
we didn't sign Raya at that point yet.
Yep.
So it was an interesting time. Let's go to the first game of the season. You guys remember the first game of the season? The drama from the first game of the season?
No, it scars me. This game scars me.
Bro, Thomas Partey right back literally had the whole Twitter going mental.
Bro.
To be honest, it's not even the Thomas Partey thing that scars me from this game, bro. That's the game where we lost Timber. Bro. I can't lie, bro. It upset me, bro. It upset me.
That was the worst.
What about the fact that Eddie started up top and Havertz started in midfield?
Do you know what? I forgot all about the Eddie thing. It's the Timber thing that got me. He went down once, he got up, and I thought, oh, thank God for that. Went away, got a drink, come back, he's gone again. Like that was.
What about when Anawi got his goal in the 82nd minute? I swear to you, the whole rest of the game, everyone was shitting bricks.
Because you felt that's when Alanga came on though. Alanga came on in it.
Look, if I remember correctly, we
only got an assist
second half, so that everybody was a little bit on edge in that second half, if I remember correctly. And we were all reeling from the Timber news. I mean, that was the guy that we were expecting to take us into the season at left back was man of the match performance against Man City at the preseason. This is just a huge bummer, bro.
Yeah, but before we go to the Fulham game, I remember people saying, "Oh, you only beat Crystal Palace 1-0."
Solid.
We got
You
to
know what, right? We had 10 men, and that was a ridiculous
you.
red card, by the way.
That was
We
the
literally got a
fakest
red
one.
card for a throw-in. Get that
Yeah.
shit out of it, honestly.
But you know
Yeah,
what? With that one, even when we went down to 10, I think the way we dealt with it, I don't know if you guys remember that spell when we were keeping the ball. And I was like, that's our
Bro, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Man City or Barcelona when they go down to 10 men, they just hold on to the ball for the rest of the game.
You don't tell. You can't tell. You can't tell.
I don't think
You guys remember that Saliba tackle? That
Saliba
Saliba tackle.
Yeah.
Oh,
that Saliba tackle was dirty.
Yeah.
Where is that? Let me find it.
That was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
My guy.
I think that was in the second half.
And remember, everyone was saying no Zaha, no Zaha. If they had Zaha, Zaha left. Like, like what were people talking about Zaha for? But yeah, that was a night game. It was they wanted us to lose. They thought, oh, let's put Crystal Palace night game. Think Arsenal might drop points. It's not that Arsenal anymore, guys. It's not that Arsenal. They found out.
Real Arsenal fans know though. Monday night games don't go according to plan for us generally. So that was another turning point. You know what I mean? So,
no, but this right here was where people. This right here was where people went nuts. I remember the Fulham game. People lost their shit. When I say people online, we're saying this Arsenal team's not the same. Kai Havertz is the problem. Arteta's too arrogant. We should have signed Paulinho. Declan Rice failed comps where people were trying to find them. It was a mad game. It was a mad game. Long story short,
thing with that one, Vieira lit it up. Vieira lit up that game, that second half.
Yeah, Vieira came off the bench and lit it up.
What a
no, but it's just the most disappointing thing about that though now is that now are we going to look back at those 2 drop points and say, oh man, what if? That's the biggest thing. I think that was what was frustrated me the most about it.
There's another game coming soon after that got me like that as well.
I just want to say the fact that we're down to 10 men for like 7 minutes, people make it seem like we're down to 10 men. They were down to 10 men for like the whole game. The way people said, "Oh, you couldn't beat a Fulham side. They were down to 10 men." I remember people saying that a lot. Yeah. It was the butt of the joke.
Also, we could have left that game with no points. Let's not forget the chance at the end.
True.
Yeah.
And this was another game where Partey right back got people pissed.
Oh. I still don't understand that. Like, apparently it was something to do with the Saudi Arabia and Gabriel rumors. But even then, just fucking play him. Like,
apparently they offered around 70 million for Gabriel Magalhaes. Apparently,
no. I swear it was something like 270. I swear.
No. Bro, if they're saying, no. If they're giving us Neymar money for Gabriel Magalhaes,
270. He's got to go. He's got to go. No. 270 is crazy,
Arsenal
bro.
rejected 170 million pound offer.
No.
I think the fact that Gabriel Magalhaes was on the bench those games and he never came on, it tells me that he might have been he might have had either an injury or there might have been some sort of issue. But long story short, we just signed him to a new deal. He seemed happy. I think he might have been injured, honestly.
For that money, they could have taken all 3 people with Gabriel in their name, 100%. 270 million.
I really don't. I disagree. I see it a little bit differently. I just think that he was getting, and looking at it in hindsight, Gabriel has been just as good as Saliba throughout the year. I mean, especially in the year 2024, he's been. You could argue that Gabriel's been better than Saliba, but back then, I feel like they were trying to get Partey into that midfield, and they weren't quite sure where we were going to land with Nketiah yet, where we were going to land with Kai Havertz yet. So I think this is an instance where Mikel was still trying to figure it out. I think.
All right, let's talk about this. This was, I feel like the first. This was the first turning point of the season for me. This was the first turning point of the season. I was at that game, big game. I was there, and I'll tell you guys this: the whole stadium went nuts. Like there were so many moments where we went nuts. First of all, the first goal when we scored, people went nuts. The second goal when Declan Rice scored, guys, the way his name was ringing around the Emirates. He fully arrived at that moment. That's when Declan Rice arrived. And when Gabriel Jesus slapped in the third, put thing on his ass,
Oh,
Della, guys, this game will be remembered to me as the first turning point of the season when people said, you know what, this Arsenal team is still legit. We can't
Bro,
say it was a flash in the pan.
you know what? Yeah. Firstly, on that game, yeah. Listen. Any Man United fans in here, you pussios, hold that. Hold that.
Nah.
Yeah?
Let them keep it.
Hold that. Hold that, bro.
Ig-
That Declan Rice dagger, bro. These men were crying. Oh my god, look at Garnacho. He was onside. Bro. it was
Igor,
done on
yeah,
purpose, bro.
in regards to Igor,
Great
how did you
situational
feel
awareness
that-
by Gabriel to put him
Yeah.
off, by the way. Great situational awareness by Gabriel.
Yeah,
Incredible.
sorry.
Igor, how were you at that point? Because you spoke about the goals, but how were you when Garnacho went through? That's what I want to know. You must have been.
Well, I was cussing. I literally I was going crazy. I was moving crazy. Yeah, Sunshine, he's not talking about you. Let Sunshine be. But
There
yeah.
you are.
But yeah,
Can
I was
say as
thinking,
well-
I was thinking at that moment in time, I'm saying to myself, yo, it's not gonna happen like this. But when the goal was overturned, guys, that was like another goal. We scored 4 goals in that game. One of them was Garnacho's
Egal,
goal being overturned.
that third goal, right? The roar from when Fabio Vieira got the ball and then passed it to Jesus, the roar there, the roar when he slid the Dallo back to Old Trafford, and then
That's
the
crazy.
roar when he finished it. That
Yeah.
is one of the best goals in terms of atmosphere I think I've
Yeah.
ever seen. Because
You know what slept on though?
it was roar after roar in every single step of the goal.
You know what slept on? The fact that we avoided Everton before their point deduction. We played them
Goodness
before the
and
point
yeah.
deduction. And that was
I'm so
still a
glad
tough
we
game.
did.
That was a tough game. This
Good
was the
win,
game
good
where
win.
people said we can't score goals
We don't have
because
the
we
minerals.
struggled. But I don't think it's that we can't score goals. Everton are just really good at keeping people to low quality opportunities. Like how many people have actually slapped Everton this year? I don't think too many.
Yeah, but as
So,
an
Do
Arsenal
you
fan,
guys
though, I don't know about.
remember that Trossard goal as well? That
Yeah,
side
fantastic
foot's
finish.
Yeah, Trossard was clinical.
Listen,
I'm
it's
just gonna
so
move on
good.
to our first Champions League game, guys. People were
Yeah.
crying in the stadium. If you guys remember Livs' tweet,
Yeah,
the guy was literally singing
Yeah.
the champions, and he's crying.
Bouncer.
Like we haven't been in the Champions League for how many years? To win our first game 4-0, I felt like people, because it was PSV, people didn't take it as serious. But this was a statement.
It was.
All right,
it
listen.
was.
UCL were back flying. That Bukayo Saka goal, I think that's the one where Jorginho did that mad ball, bro. Do you remember when they just went through hella man,
Yeah.
bro, and just went
Yeah.
straight, bro?
Yeah.
And then Saka out of nowhere, bro, just bout. You know what I mean? But listen, it was a great introduction, bro, and it showed that Gabriel Jesus is just as much a Champions League player as anybody else, bro. He loves the Champions League, man. He lives for it, bro.
Yeah, now I'm gonna start skipping some games, but before we skip any games, we gotta go to the North London Derby. This was what I call the game where people said, "Jorginho, get out of my club." That's what the game was called, in my opinion, because Declan Rice got injured. Jorginho came on. We got the lead and we threw it away a minute later. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the abuse that Jorginho's family got off the back of that loss was so bad, bro. I backed Jorginho even more after that game because you know what? I don't think it was his fault. We lost control of the game because of Declan Rice being out. Overall, Tottenham played well, but I don't think they're that good. If we play them now, I think we wipe the floor with them.
See,
Something else
I'd
happened in that
argue
game. Jesus.
I would blame that specifically.
Oh,
on Gabriel
Jesus.
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 I think
The
Jesus
chances
has missed.
that guy missed.
Thank you.
What about
Matt. Thank
what
you.
about what about Eddie Nketiah in the opening minutes also?
No, I think Jesus
didn't
was
cost
worse.
45 million.
Just to remind you guys, we started Jesus on the left and Eddie Nketiah up top versus Tottenham.
We had no
I don't think
choice.
we had a choice. though.
What is Eddie Nketiah doing in my team, bro?
Bro,
That's
early
your guy.
in the
That's
season,
your guy,
He doesn't even
sir.
get any
early in the
minutes
season,
anymore.
Don't ever,
early in the season, we
don't
didn't
ever
have
disrespect my
Martinelli.
legacy, bro.
Trossard gets injured every second game, bro.
Matt is trying to disrespect my legacy like that. He's saying that's my guy, bro. Eddie Nketiah is not my guy, bro. Never be my guy. Take that
Nketiah
number
in
off,
the
bro.
room.
Go and pick up
Nketiah.
number 30, 34,
Yo,
33.
TJ, you got
Go.
anything to say on this
Nketiah
game
in
before
the
we
room.
move on?
Yeah, I
See,
mean,
Matt,
I just wish Jorginho would have came in a little bit more aware. You could tell that he wasn't quite up to speed when he got hit. So of course I was furious with Jorginho. Obviously, his family didn't deserve any of the abuse or any of that bullshit. I never condoned that. But yeah, I mean, it was a very Tottenham were up for it at that point. They were Ange fever was in full effect. And now, but I think if we play them now, we beat them 4-1, 3-1. So we'll see what happens.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually very proud of the Arsenal fan base off the back of the Lens loss. They showed maturity for the first time in a long time. The fan base didn't freak out and start throwing their toys at the Prem after a loss. This was a turning point for our fan base because we usually go mental after every loss. But this was one loss where it was like, you know what? Everyone's just like, yo, it's calm. We'll beat everybody else.
You know what else happened in that one? I don't know
guys.
if you guys remember. Do you remember after the game, Rice's press conference?
Yeah.
I think for me, because I'm not gonna lie, I was steaming after that game. But then when he come out and was like, it's gonna happen in games. Like his aura made me feel, we're all right, you know. And I kind of sat back. I was like, we'll be good. And that's what
I was more vexed about. I was vexed about the way we let them get into game and have their moments. And that for me, I was angry at the time, but I understand to a certain extent that, bro, this isn't just like the Europa League where you're going to these are Champions League teams. You're going to these venues, bro, and they're different gravy, bro. It's different mentality, you know what I mean, to approach these games.
Yeah,
I was thinking we were gonna do this quick, but as long as you guys have time, this might take a little bit longer than I thought.
I'm calm.
That's all right. Two things on this game that I want to call out. A lot of people were calling for David Raya's head as well because that first goal was his fault. Hit it out. It was poorly played, and everybody wanted David Raya out. But you got to give this guy some time to learn to play it out the back and play it in the system. He was relatively new.
He started his first game versus Everton, right?
Yeah. So I mean, first game, second Champions League game, first one away for this team in a long time. You got to cut him some slack and look at where he is now.
Can I also just say though that he was battling with Ramsdale for that position. No one really knew who was number one or who was number two. In Arteta's eyes, they were both number one.
First keepers,
I think he was lying to us.
I think it was always Raya. I think
the moment Ramsdale's father started
we just
speaking,
didn't really know.
I think Ramsdale's dad made the decision for him.
Yeah,
based on chat and shit.
For me, the moment Raya got it was when they did the signing, and I think he gave the granddad the gift, and they took in Spanish. I said, "It's
say, hola, ¿cómo estás?"
Yeah, it was a wrap.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? It was done after.
Can we talk about our first major scalp of the Premier League season? Because the Manchester United game was a big win, but this one here was different gravy. When we won this game, I was like, "Yo, we are legit." We finally beat Man City in the Premier League. This wasn't a friggin'. We had Pep Guardiola tripping, literally going like, "What do we do? This Arsenal team is really good. You know, these things happen." That he was talking like that, and then obviously the scapegoat. They don't have Rodri. They don't have Kevin De Bruyne. Their team on the night, if I can remind you guys, Arsenal's team. This was Arsenal's team. No Saka, but it doesn't get mentioned because we won. Eddie Nketiah started up top. Jesus, Trossard, Eddie Nketiah. What a front three. We beat a team with Julian Alvarez, Haaland, Foden, Bernardo Silva. Bro, really and truly, what midfield was that? That midfield ass from City. No wonder we won that game. But they had their moments. And you know what? These two held it down. Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes have had fallen in their pocket for a couple weeks now, a couple games now. 3 games?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys have anything to say? I think everyone deserves a second to speak on this game.
I think. No, go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was going to say Saliba did his team, knocked him over, and then Kovacic. So you can take it from there with the Kovacic team because that vexed me. If we had drawn that game after.
So the thing is, Kovacic, I just realized that this is something that they like to do, and the excuse that they came out with after was absolutely horrific. Oh, we don't, you know, with big games, we like to let the game run. We like to let the game happen. We don't like to get too involved. Bro, allow me with all that bullshit excuses. Bro, he went for his ankle twice. And it was not even his ankle, it was the Achilles, bro. That's such a dangerous area for a player. Studs up, bro, because you can injure a player and they could be out for near onto a year, bro. If you rupture your Achilles, bro, it's a madness, bro, to get it sorted. So yeah, I listen. Firstly, Kovacic is a prick, and I don't like that guy. Also, listen, I think it was brilliant, man, because I think the goal is so special, and I hold it to a close place in my heart, man, because it was three players that came on that made the difference, or four players that came on and made the difference. Havertz, Thomas Partey, Martinelli, and Tomiyasu, bro. All were involved in that goal, bro. Yeah, so all of the substitutions made a difference, bro. And that pass from Thomas Partey is crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy to find them, bro. So I was gassed, man. I can't lie. I was gassed to beat them, bro. This was a massive wall that we got past because there was always that mental block with Manchester City that we couldn't beat them. We couldn't get over the line, and we managed to do it, bro. And then they sit here crying. So cry more, Man City fans, man.
You know
what?
who doesn't get mentioned enough in that match is Gabriel Jesus. He played down that
Yeah.
wing so well, held up the ball very, very well in Bukayo Saka's place, man. He put in a very, very solid performance where I think if you put anybody in there that doesn't have the experience in playing against Manchester City or playing against the likes of Manchester City, we're looking at a different game. So big up Gabriel Jesus. He might not have gotten on the score sheet, but Jesus looked fantastic in that game.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to Arsenal's first defeat of the season. And how did you guys feel off the back of the robbery away at Newcastle?
Oh,
Livid.
man.
Livid, bro. I was angry, bro.
Yeah.
I was vexed. Bro, there's no way. I still to this day don't understand how they don't look at that push and they're making it out like as if Gabriel was acting, bro. Like as if he was acting and just threw himself to bro. You can see the pressure that he puts onto his back, bro. Pause. Like, bro, what we doing here, bro? We're serious. This is a football game, bro. This is a professional sports at the top level, and you're telling me that you're sitting there discussing that for that long. And I think this was like a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks after the Liverpool scandal against the scumbags. So, bro, it was just a whole month of just bull crap from the referees, man, and VAR because they were having a mare, bro.
You want to know something? At this point, we have to literally at that point we were pissed off, and we were trying to say, you know what, that goal shouldn't have stood. That goal shouldn't have stood. But once the game was over, we really should have deaded it as a football club.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, looking back at it, I was like, yes, you're making a point. You're proving a point to the referees. But I feel like that didn't do us any favors. The referees kind of were against us after that. They were really against Arteta. They're really against the club. And you know what? I think that actually came to haunt us later on. But you guys have anything else to say on this game?
I was going to say, after that foul, there was a game. One of you guys might remember. A foul was given for that same thing. It wasn't Arsenal, someone else. And I was like,
it was in the Champions League.
We can't depend on the referees to provide any sort of consistency. We needed to take our chances in that game, and we didn't. And you could tell that the refs were questionable when Guimaraes give the freaking forearm shiver to the back of Havertz or not Havertz. Was it Havertz?
What about this?
I remember. Or no, it was Jorginho.
Yeah,
And
Jorginho,
nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing.
And it just got worse. At that point, I started to feel like they're intentionally trying to make us lose games. The Villa game. How is that not a goal? The handball is on Matty Cash first. Does the handball from Matty Cash not matter when it also is handballed by the attacker that scores the goal? Should it not be a penalty? Also, they played well. They got a good goal. But let's be honest, we battered them. How the hell did we not get a goal from this game? And Emi Martinez and that team, the whinging, the crying. From that moment onwards, I hated Aston Villa for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think for us, man, we actually peppered them, and sometimes, obviously, yes, the game is masked up with a referee decision that absolutely like scammed us out of out of a point. But I also had to look at my own players and be like, why are we not getting over the line there? Why are we not putting more of our shots on target? Why are we not
Who are you
being a
looking
bit more
at that
clinical?
game? Who are you looking at in that game? Because that was the game where people started getting at Zinchenko a lot more.
Yeah.
Zinchenko with this whole Zinchenko thing, bro. I've been saying this for a minute, bro. He's useless as a defender. He just is, and you have to see that for what it is. He is useless as a defender. You can play him as the midfielder if you want. But listen, I don't think he has the physicality to be in a midfielder either. But that's just me. But I can see the idea behind trying to play him as a midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see the thought behind it. But
Guys,
yeah,
we're gonna quickly move by because it got worse. There was the draw against PSV, a tough game versus Brighton where it seemed like anything could have happened, but we ended up pulling it out at the end. We should have scored like 7 goals. The amount of chances Odegaard put on a plate for these guys, Martinelli missing chances, everybody missing chances, and it just reminds me of all the stuff that happened. The Luton Town win, crazy comeback
God.
victory. The Lens win, crazy
Hey,
win. We beat them
they got
6-0.
Lons, man. We were there, bro. We were outside.
How did I not mention Kai Havertz scoring the winner versus Brentford? Remember Kai Havertz getting his first goal in that game.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Was it the chef Eddie Nketiah getting a hat trick? What the hell?
No, so Kai Havertz got his first goal in the Bournemouth game, but he got his like proper goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it
first
wasn't a
official
penalty,
goal.
Yes,
Um,
official
in the Brentford
Against
game,
Brentford.
and it was a
Yeah.
match winner.
And then from there, he
Yeah.
just started scoring. He scored against
Yeah.
Luton. He just kept scoring, right? But
Yeah,
I want to talk about. I don't want to. You know what? We're actually going to skip past the Liverpool game because I felt like the Liverpool game was a missed opportunity where we didn't show
we
our
should have
hustle.
won that. We should have won that game.
But the Liverpool game, the West Ham game, honestly, guys, this game I had deja vu. We dropped points to Liverpool, then we dropped points to West Ham at home, guys. 30 shots, 30 shots.
The thing is, right, is that type of game we just didn't take our chances. We absolutely fucking dominated them. But the result I hate the most, in that run-in, was that Fulham game because we deserved to lose that game, and that was quite worrying.
Yeah.
Guys, my
Yeah.
New Year's was ruined. You probably seen that Real Madrid combined 11 a million times on January 31st. December 31st.
Oh, ego.
Yikes.
But look at this. Look at these 4 fixtures. Liverpool draw, West Ham loss, Fulham loss, out the FA Cup. After we were out the FA Cup, the level where people were chatting shit, saying this is a top 4 team, they're not even in the title race, it's between Liverpool and City. Last year was a flash in the pan. This result gave so much people so much confidence. But look at that break.
Dubai.
That break.
That's what
Dubai.
the state does to you.
Dubai.
Now, you know what? I'm just going to say quickly that FA Cup game, that was the one. Even though we lost, I said, let's see how we come back in our next game for me to see how we are. Because we were fantastic in that game. Like Liverpool were just, we knew when we got to 0-0 half time, it was going to be that type of match. And then obviously they went out and saw the game. But, from our manager getting fed the steak, I'm not going to do the example of how we got fed the steak.
Yeah, relax. Calma, bro. I saw you trying to go and move your hand. I was like,
let me just say this. When after we lost to Liverpool and we're out the FA Cup and we dropped points in 3 consecutive games, and if you even look back, our only win in that time was against Brighton. Were you guys saying to yourself, were you guys questioning it? Were you worried? Were you freaking out? Because I feel like that was the lowest of the low of the season so far.
Lowest of the low. I was freaking out. I was freaking out after Fulham. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember
we just looked completely lethargic, uninterested. We took our foot off the gas after we scored that first goal. That was when I started hitting panic buttons. I really
were you yelling Arteta out again?
Oh yeah, 100% was. Yeah, 100%.
I remember that after during that period, yeah, on Alahwa, bro, it was crazy.
Dude, it's getting cooked everywhere we go.
Every stream, bro, these guys were pressing me into a corner, pause, and they were like, "Are you Arteta out? Are you Arteta out? Are you Arteta out? Oh, what happens if Arteta doesn't win the league?" And that's when the famous, "Oh, I believe my gaffer, he will win me this league."
Oh my
That
God,
clip,
yeah.
this is where it came, because even at the darkest moment, bro, I had to double down on it, bro, because like, listen, at this point, he couldn't do what he done last season. And for me not to back him all the full way, bro. He gets till the end of the season. I said that regardless, bro. He gets till the end of the season for me.
Matt, what are you saying? And I'm talking about podcast, Matt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm the Fulham one. It spoke my New Year's. Like I had such a great New Year's Eve planned. I was ready. I thought going with a victory, I'm not gonna lie, 2-1. That day I was vexed. I don't. Aside, I didn't even come in the group. I wasn't talking to nobody.
Yeah.
My phone was a do not disturb. I went and did whatever, and then the next afternoon I come back and went, "Oh, do you know what? I'm all right now," because we played bad. Like Matt said, it was one of them. We played bad. We deserved the loss. It was just frustrating. And with Arsenal, we always have this thing where we're going on a run of losing 2 or 3. And if you look there, what was it? 1-1, lost 2-0. Then the Fulham one. We always used to go on that run. I was like, when will it end? But then
1-0, draw. We had one loss, draw.
You see what I'm saying?
Loss. We literally lost 4 games. We lost 5 games, drew 2, and only won 1.
I think Spurs.
I think the PS.
Ahead of us as well.
Yeah, I think
Spurs
the
were never
PSV
ahead
game
of
was
us.
the PSV game was a dead rubber in it, so I don't think we can really count that one.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You know, everyone was. Let's talk about Dubai though. We come back from Dubai.
Ego, really quickly, right? That Fulham game, right, was the day before I passed my driving test. So maybe if we won, I might not have passed. I don't know, but I'm forever thankful about my driving test. But
listen, I always say this: what we do in our lives does not affect these professional footballers. Listen,
that's true. That is true.
Right? Unless you're actually going to the stadium and you're one of the 60 or 50 or 40,000 people cheering them on the day, I don't know how much effect we have over their lives. But yeah, that's just me. I'm not one of these football gods people like Terry. Let's go to let's now just put this whole run in a word. 5-0, 2-1, 3-1, 6-0, 5-0, 4-1, 6-0, 2-1. Guys, we are on an unbelievable run in the Premier League. We haven't lost a game since that Fulham game. You guys take that in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. We beat City. That's 9.
My favorite result from that run of fixtures was the 4-1 win against Newcastle, because we literally made them look like championship level. Like, yes, we beat West Ham 6-0 away from home, and they fucking left within about 30 minutes. Their whole stadium emptied. But that 4-1 result, we literally make Newcastle look like championship.
I think that's what we're going to do. Everyone tell me what was your favorite result. Saad, what about you?
Liverpool.
Listen, you know what? I wanted to say Liverpool, but bro, just because these guys, I don't know why they all of a sudden became our rivals. Bro, bun West Ham, bro. Bun West Ham.
I knew it.
Bro, we smashed them so hard. We put a 16-year-old on the pitch.
Bro, forget about all of that, bro. Decker's got his goal, bro. Yeah, Pilau, Basmati, rice and peas. I don't care. Whatever you want to say, bro. He got it, bro. He got his goal. I don't know when.
And he got a guard of honor.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, they can hold that, bro. They can hold that, bro, because they disrespected him, bro, booing him during the game. Have some shame, bro. He got you a trophy. Like, bro, come on, man.
What you saying, Matt? Podcast.
I think my one was a Liverpool one. I feel like if you look at the pressure of that game, had we have remember what the points were at the time? Were Liverpool 5 ahead? Was it 5 ahead?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, they would have gone 8 ahead, and it would have been
8 ahead. And I feel like mentally that would have done us. But I feel like where we went and won that, because look at the result. If you go back, look at the results after we won 3-1. The belief it gave us from there was like, what? We beat Liverpool 3-1. We can beat anyone now. You know what I mean? Because I think after that it was a 6-0, the 4-1. But I'm with Matt. I think the Newcastle one was massive as well. Because I love beating Newcastle. Because don't forget last season at 0-0.
Just stay on this
when they
win
brought
for a
the
second. This win was the
boy.
game where people started to say to themselves, yo, Martinelli's
Yes.
clutch, but Kai Havertz is very useful.
Yes.
I think Kai Havertz came out of that game very much like a lot, winning over a bunch of people, a bunch more people that game.
Because you could realize there was a need for him because he could annoy the way he got Konate sent off. There's a skill to that. As funny as people might find it, or as funny as it sounds, there's a skill to that, to annoy a player or to get on his nerves enough that he actually gets sent off, bro. There's only a few players in the world that can really do that. It's shithousery, bro, to the top level.
And you want to know something? That was another turning point because Gabriel Jesus was out, Jorginho came in, and that was the beginning of the Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard midfield for me.
Jorginho easily man of the match in that game. I mean, the ball's over the top. I mean, we won that game in the midfield. We knew it was going to be won and lost in that midfield, man. And Jorginho, man of the match. That was an incredible performance. Exactly what we needed out of him.
110%. I couldn't have said it better myself. Guys, do me a favor. We got over 249 of you guys on Twitter. Come join us over on YouTube. It's absolutely free. And of course, you're going to miss out on some exclusive content if you don't come join us over here. So come join us over here. And everyone on YouTube right now, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Now, before we end off this section, we're just going to say, you know what? The Porto game, honestly, I spoke about it so much the last couple of days. I don't know if I want to speak about it right now, but it was a good moment for us to get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We now have a difficult run from now until the end of the season. We're not going to really go into that too much. What we're going to now do is we're going to shift over to a tier list. And the tier list is going to be like this, guys. This is what it's going to be. Player of the season, 5 best players, top 10 players, good role players, needs to show me more. And I don't even need worst. I'm just gonna say sell now.
Is this including like loan players and like?
It's just gonna be mostly
Charlie
like
Patino and.
Yeah. You know what? Charlie Patino, Lokonga. We're gonna touch on those. Tavares. We can all agree. The first one, Tavares, sell now.
Yeah. Stick him in there, bro.
Yeah.
Just for that video.
Done out here, bro.
Marquinhos, everyone agrees.
Done too bad this season, but he's just not.
Marquinhos, everyone agrees. Sell now.
He can go worst, sell now.
He's not gonna make it.
Is that Runnerson?
Yes, he's gone already.
Oh,
he's already gone.
That's what we. No, he's on. Is he
He's
alone?
already
No, we
gone.
sold him for
He's
cheap.
already gone.
Yeah,
he's already gone. So don't even count him. The goalkeeper.
That's
I need to see more from him.
Congo.
He's on loan somewhere. I think so.
He's on loan at Wrexham.
I tell you something. He is doing really well at Wrexham. He's doing really well, considering they've only just been promoted to League 2. He's actually doing really well.
You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, big up everybody who's watching on Twitter. But if you want to watch the rest of the video, you have to come join us directly on YouTube. That I need you guys to come over here. So do me a favor. I'm gonna end the stream now on X. You guys need to join us over on Twitter for the rest of on YouTube for the rest of the video. Okay, big up to you guys. Let's now do that. And of course, anybody watching on Twitch, also the same thing for you guys. Come join us on X. Yeah. Now let's continue. This is how we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna pick the obvious names, so I'm gonna try to pick everybody else first, so then we can get Kieran Tierney. I don't know about you guys, but I'm selling him. So I don't think he's. I don't think he's part of Arteta's plan. So I want to know if anybody has any hope for Kieran Tierney. Let me know now.
That's my guy, bro. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy.
I'm sorry, but he is gone, bro.
It's my guy, and I felt like he could be utilized, but Mikel Arteta just doesn't want him, so he's got to go. But he's my guy, bro. I love Kieran Tierney.
About 20 million, I think.
There's nobody that works harder for the badge than Kieran Tierney. It's just he just doesn't drive with Arteta, and at the end of the day, Arteta's the boss. So I hope he goes somewhere where he continues to stay at Sociedad, somewhere where he is appreciated for the game that he brings. I think he's a solid left back, great player. But yeah, if he's not going to get used, we need to get some money out of him.
Do me a favor, guys in the chat, play along. Let me know. And if you guys see anything in the comments that you guys are interested in, let me know. Right now, I'm already seeing player of the season shouts. We're not there yet, people. Don't jump too far ahead. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Let me make this a little bit different. That looks
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is much better.
that
There we
looks
go.
better. Okay,
There we
so
go.
next player we're gonna do is Charlie Patino. I'm selling Charlie
No.
Patino.
Nah, I
He-
wouldn't send.
See ya.
He
don't
said
know.
in the summer,
No.
he said in the summer that he wanted to go play first team football, and I don't think there's a pathway for him to get into this midfield at this moment in time.
I
He
would
can't
put-
even
need to
start for
show me.
Swansea. So, like, I've noticed from Patino's loan spells that last season at Blackpool, he had an amazing first season. And then at the second half of the season, he couldn't even get into the first team, which confused me. And then the same thing has happened this season. So I just think maybe it's a lack of consistency, like at the required sort of bar you need to be. But yeah, so.
What do you guys think? You guys need to see more
Bro,
from him, or
I'm-
would you sell him?
This guy is full of hype, bro. And like when there's for me, oftentimes when there's a youngster that has too much hype on it, and I ain't seen him in the squad or I ain't seen him be like a member of the team a few times. Like, bro, how am I seeing man like what's his name, 16-year-old
Ethan Wanieri.
Ethan Wanieri. How am I seeing Wanieri, bro, who's a 16-year-old more than you in the first team, bro? Please, like, allow me with all of that, bro. Sell now, man.
No,
Get
no,
him.
sell him.
Yeah.
Sell him now. One last thing, and I don't even think we would be having this discussion if he didn't score that goal against Sunderland a few years ago. So,
Yeah.
That-
this guy,
agreed.
that we wouldn't even be, his face wouldn't be on the screen if that didn't happen. So yeah, sell,
That's fair.
get him out.
The thing is, I think like with Ethan Wanieri in there, he's not getting anything now. Anyway,
Man
like,
said
if there
sell
was.
all our academy players. Damn.
By the way, quick, sorry,
That's
Igor,
crazy.
before you continue, just quickly on what I just said about academy, we're changing it up anyway. Our academy thing's it's been ripped up. I'm sure you guys have seen we're doing like a different model now, and I love that. That's what I want to see now. Buying best talent.
We're competing
go
Chelsea. We're competing with Chelsea and
Man
Man
City as
City
well.
for 15 and 16-year-old wonder kids,
Exactly.
pretty much.
That's what we should
Love
be
that.
doing anyways. And
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
also be we should also be rating Crystal Palace's academy and all the London academies like QPR and everything also.
Soon
Just to
come
get
soon.
all the best local talent within London.
No,
Next.
Southampton, bro. Oh, I get them, bro.
Oh yeah, Southampton's good too. Next,
Wales are
the
good.
Lokonga hype has never been more than it was this season, especially off the back of the game against Man United, Liverpool. The guy Lokonga at Luton is killing it, but could he do it at Arsenal? My question to you guys is, where do you put him on this rankings? Obviously, he's not a starter. Obviously, he's not somebody who's a good role player yet. He's gonna go and either needs more time or sell. To me, I would actually sell. His price will never be higher. Similar to Balogun, just get rid of him. Get that
What I would
income.
say is
flip it.
Luton do want to buy him. Now I don't know if we have a clause in there if there's like a buy option if they stay up. But yeah, like I mean, his value, is probably at the highest it will ever be for a long time. But I don't know. I mean, he could be a very good fringe player for us. That's
No,
the thing.
no, Matt, don't get sucked into this whole he could be a fringe player, this and that, bro. Please, Matt, please, don't let it happen, bro. This is how they get you. This is how Nketiah has had us for the last 2-3 seasons, bro. They could be a fringe player, bro. Lokonga, yeah. I'll tell you what. He looks good in Luton because he's found his level. His level is just above Luton, maybe a Crystal Palace, something like that. Yeah, one of the mid-table clubs. His level is not being at the top. Do you know what I
He
mean?
didn't even do well at Crystal Palace while he was there. Sell
Yeah,
him,
but
sell him for what you can get now. He's not-
yeah,
he's not-
yeah,
this is
I
his
know.
team.
Let's
Company
not
lied, man.
let's not spend too much time on Lokonga because we're gonna have a lot of
Yeah,
arguments on other players. So I'm just gonna handpick some of these guys. Cedric, everyone's gonna say sell. There's no
rid of
point
this
in
guy.
speaking about him.
Tell him.
He's already
Runnerson's-
leaving anyway.
Runnerson's already gone.
Go on.
El Neni, anybody would keep El Neni?
No.
I keep him as a
no.
coach.
I think he's
yeah,
going to do the coaching
He's
thing
a
anyway.
keep him as a
bro.
coach.
He's a coach. He's a coach.
You know what? El Neni should have his own row.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
yes. I like that. Yeah,
What
because
are you
he's pretty much
calling
the
it?
only one that left. Coach.
Call it coach.
Mascot.
Coach. You know what? Because
Mascot.
I think like if you look at him, I don't mind
said
having him around
Rascal,
the team
wallahi.
with the I don't mind him having him with like the youngsters and stuff. Like
Hey,
he's been an
girls,
ultimate
jokes, bro.
professional. ultimate
Yeah.
professional, man, Elneny. So I like him. Come on, bro. We got him for cheap as
What
well.
so next, let me just go through the list of people we gotta talk about.
It's all interesting now. And girls looking at it like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
All these guys
Nelson, Reese Nelson.
So.
So,
So
Wait, consensus?
what?
I it's a sell for me, bro.
No,
It's a sell for me.
Why is it a sell for you though, Sad?
It's a sell for me because I feel like we have to now transition the way we're playing and the way our players are evolving. This is the perfect time for us to transition from these youngsters that are living off the moments to guys that can come in and get ready to do the job. You know what I mean? I feel like Reece Nelson got this contract and got this like little thing because of the Bournemouth goal last season, and you know he had a few decent moments for us where he was coming on and showing some fight. But bro, we need to move on. There's a level where you need to go into the next level as a team, and we're going into an elite world class team. So we
I
need to
personally, we signed him to a new contract, sell him, get better players.
Yeah.
Reece
Right.
Nelson is 24. Wow.
He can
Man.
still improve, but
Not at
I don't know.
Arsenal. He can go.
I
wanna
don't
ask
think
you
I
guys-
don't think the level.
So if you guys are selling Reece Nelson, everyone's selling Eddie Nketiah also.
Yeah,
right?
get that
yeah,
guy
yeah.
out of here.
Guys, yeah, get him out. Get him
Salam
out.
do you know what?
alaikum.
No, do you know what? I think with Eddie, we've got to give him time, man. I feel like
Matt's trying to get me angry, bro. Do you want me to start going off on a girl's
Matt
stream,
is
bro? Wallahi.
rolling. Okay,
Bro, the
while
man's
we're
got a
talking
platform,
about
bro.
once again, while we're talking about player sales, is anybody sticking their neck out on the line for Ramsdale?
No.
hell no.
No.
Do you know
Why
what?
are
I
you
don't know
saying
about you.
hell
lot.
no like that? As if
Nah,
he's,
listen.
you're talking
Hell
like
no.
as if he's Gunduzi, bro.
Hell no.
Nah.
Listen,
because his
you
dad
did
has
an
just
interview.
fucked
You
it
did an
completely.
interview, right? Your dad did his bit, and you did an interview talking about how you get affected by the crowd. I don't need my goalkeeper doing it. Let's not forget when he played Brentford, man, we hit the post. A man's still facing the crowd, celebrating. The ball's still. I don't want no goalkeeper like that. Now we've changed, man. I want serious business.
I want a
this time.
calm and composed goalkeeper.
Thank you, Matt.
Mm.
See, come on, he knows. You need a calm, composed keeper, man. No more messing about.
I feel like his confidence is shot. His
Okay,
confidence
guys,
is
now
gone.
now we're talking about the guys like Fabio Vieira. What we saying with him? Bench player, good role player, needs
Needs to
more
show me
time.
more.
I need to see more. I need to see
I
more.
need
I
to
need
more.
I
to
think-
see more
I
from
think
this
from
guy.
what I've
Bench.
seen earlier this season, I think he could give us a good job off the bench.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind of
think
the
he
same.
needs to
though,
gain-
I
isn't
think
it?
he needs
So
role
it's
I think he
fine.
needs to gain 20 pounds. He's not technically sound enough to be the size that he is for an Arsenal midfielder. He needs to show me
Ega,
more.
what do you mean
Personally.
by a good role player? Like, as in,
Good role player, as in like David Raya might not be the top 10 best players at Arsenal, but he's a really good role player.
okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
For me, I think Fabio Vieira, the amount of stocks that I have in this guy is unhealthy, first of all. But I just think for me personally, bro, I think Vieira just screams out somebody that has so much talent. It just needs to be unlocked. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be unlocked. And who do you want rather than Mikel Arteta to unlock it, bro? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I feel like he's
If
there,
he
man.
can unlock Havertz, he's unlocking up Vieira. I'll tell you
Bro,
that.
he's unlocking him, man. He's unlocking him.
Quickly, Jorginho staying, but is he one of our top 10 players this season?
No.
No.
So
He's-
everyone's
he's a-
saying good role
he's a
player.
good role
We put him in a good role player because his role is coming off
Yeah.
the bench and actually like being able to fit in that role and cover us when we got injuries. I think
He's a
that's-
very calm player.
This
Wait,
next
wait,
one
wait.
might be a little
Really?
controversial. Zinchenko, good role player or sell?
Good
sell
role
this
player.
guy, bro. Sell
Good
this
role
guy.
player.
bro.
You can't say sell.
I don't think you can sell him.
So-
Do you know what I think is with
You can't
Zinchenko?
sell
I
him.
feel like when Timber comes, Zinni needs to take that El Neni midfield thing and play him.
So
in
do you
certain
put him on the
games.
bench?
Yeah, I think what he brings you in terms of he's done it before. You can't sell him yet. I think you got.
I don't
You
think
just
I
put him
don't
on the
think
bench.
I don't
Sell
I don't think he fits
Zinchenko
into the midfield.
because-
I don't think he fits into Arteta's midfield. I don't.
No, I'm
Shall I-
saying.
shall I tell you-
Because he is
Can I
literally the best
explain?
inverting-
No, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
So you can't really sell Zinchenko because he is literally the best inverting fullback. I think in the world, like in terms of who can play that position the best. He's literally the best at that position.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
defensively, he is not the best. But in terms of the position that Arteta wants him to play, he is literally the best.
so Matt, let me just back myself here. The reason why I'm saying sell is because this guy is too emotional for me. He's too emotional. He gets way too caught up in the occasion rather than just getting his head down and doing the job. Like, bro, so many times where he's on the bench, he's upset, he's crying, bro, he's doing this. Like, bro, relax, bro. Relax. Just stay calm and composed, bro. When Saliba makes a mistake, bro, do you think you see him on the bench crying, bro? No, he's on the bench, he's pissed off with himself, yeah. But he knows, like, bro, next game, I'm not making that same mistakes. Bro, this guy's just too emotional for me, and I feel like there's a reason why Man City got rid of him, because of that Champions League final. And listen, it's becoming evident to me that he is way too emotional to be at the top level. I definitely think as a player he's got skill, and going forward he's got skill, but defensively he's a liability. Like, bro, there's just too many cons to the pros for me.
I think
anyway.
you guys are being hella disrespectful to Zinchenko. I think he's a good squad player. This is gonna go to a vote. What are you guys saying? How many people say sell?
I wouldn't sell him. No.
So
I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't sell him.
Okay, so only
bench.
you, Saad, who's selling. So bench player.
I'm the vision. I'm the vision. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I'm the villain.
Moving on to next. Takahiro Tomiyasu's not going nowhere, so he's not getting put in sell. Do you think Tomiyasu is a good role player, or do you think he's just a squad option?
He's a squad option.
Squad option. Yeah.
So he's a bench player, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was moments this season where he showed he could be a starter, but he just injuries is
but when Timber's coming back, and obviously we could be signing Hato, I just don't see Tomiyasu starting.
Me neither. I mean, when he came off the bench for when White had that injury for a couple of games, he was overlapping on that right side and putting great balls in. Man. He looked really good.
He's a player that can do a job basically if a player gets injured.
We're getting into the nitty and gritty. Let's keep it moving. I think we're doing well so far. Timber, everyone keeps, not seen enough. Need more time with him.
Need to show more.
Good role player right away.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Good role player. Next, what are we putting? KVR. I say KVR goes straight on the bench.
Yeah.
Someone just said Hato ain't a right back and he signed a new contract. Yes, he isn't a right back, but we'd play Hato at left back and we'd play Timber at right back. Is sort of, I think, the fullbacks that Arteta wants.
Yeah, I think Hato can do in between, isn't it? He can do the Gabriel left.
He can play centre back as well.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see. 1 second. Next, Emil Smith Rowe. You guys selling?
So
yes.
No. Hold on a minute. What do you mean, bro? Whoa!
If you're selling, bro,
hold on a minute, bro.
Son, don't do this.
About sell, bro. Why are you not moving so brazy for?
Bro, come on.
Okay, you have. I think you have three choices. Either he's a bench player, you need to see more,
bench player,
or you sell.
So I love ESR as a person. I just think it's not working under Arteta. He's got to go.
Sod, can I explain something to you, right? Our
injuries ruined
squad, Smith Rowe doesn't even get on the bench.
Facts.
Wait, what?
I don't think
Smith Rowe doesn't even make the bench if everyone is fully fit.
Why?
Does that matter?
Ahead of him.
Well, it does matter because he's not a bench.
Who gets in ahead of me? Who gets in ahead of him when you have a full squad?
Vieira,
Kai Havertz,
the guy that you put a lot of stock into.
Jorginho?
Yeah, trust me.
Jorginho. Well, I mean, like him.
Is Elneny in that bench?
No.
Reece Nelson isn't even in there either.
And is Eddie Nketiah in that bench?
No.
We haven't spoken about Nketiah yet, did we? Oh, we
did.
Sold.
He went. He's sold. He's gone. Eddie gone.
Yeah.
Bro.
Listen, I think Smith Rowe could be the player. Him and Ramsdale could be the two players to get us the most money in the club.
Agreed.
And I think I like Emil Smith Rowe. Injuries cost him. And I think this could be this is his last dance. He's not really getting much game time. I could see him moving on.
Agreed.
The only way I could see this turn around is if Mikel Arteta somehow
Trust him.
was teaching him the whole year, and then in the summer trusts him, and this guy takes his conditioning a lot more serious. So for now,
we might
should
as
we
well
just put him- let's just
might
put
as
him
well
in
just put
bench.
him in the cell. Are we gonna put him in
Let's
the bench?
Let's just put him in bench, guys. How many
Oh,
people say bench?
Not me.
If they want to sell it, if they want to sell him, then fine. Listen, Emil
Alright,
Smith
so
Rowe, I love you.
3 to
bro.
5. We're
I love you,
we're
bro.
overruled.
No,
Next,
Bro, I appreciate what he
Partey.
did in that season where he scored that
Partey.
10 goals.
Guys,
It was
next
2
Thomas
years ago.
Partey. You see
Good
this?
role player.
Sell.
Sell.
Nah,
Sell. Agreed. Sell.
Listen, today
Bro, he's
reports
gone.
are
Can't stay healthy.
Today reports are that Thomas Partey has a contract on the table from Arsenal Football
Yeah.
Club,
That's the
But-
man.
but he's not getting a bonus on that contract.
Sell.
Yeah, I sell him.
He can hold
If we
that,
don't
bro.
sell Partey this summer, we ain't getting any money for him.
That's the problem. Yeah, if we do,
He's
keep
gonna
him,
be
it's true.
Bro,
31.
he gets me vexed, bro. This guy plays around too much, bro. He
No,
plays
but
around
now
too
he
much,
finally is taking it serious by not going for Ghana.
bro.
Bruv,
That
Timber had
still
an
does not.
ACL. Timber had an
respect him for
ACL
that,
come
but,
back
like-
just before.
It's the same time as him, bro. Like,
Mad.
what
It's
is this
mad.
stupidness, bro? Sell this guy,
Bruv,
man.
man did
Watch
that baby gender reveal, you
Timber
know.
play before he does. Watch Timber get more minutes than he does, and note that
Yeah.
he's played more games than Timber already. I think he's played 5. So we'll
Mad.
see.
Crazy.
We're getting close to our last 10 players, but next we have Gabriel Jesus. What are you guys saying?
Top
Good
10.
role player.
Top 10. He's in top 10.
Top 10.
Top
Actually,
10.
wait, I'm trying to think. No, top 5.
Are you sure?
Oh wait, no, sorry, no.
1, 2, 3,
good role
4,
player, yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
He'd be-
10, 11.
He'd be top. He'd be
Allow
top
it,
10.
yeah.
He'd be top 10 for me if he
Yeah.
could stay on the field, but he can't.
Yeah, that's
All right,
okay.
you know
Yeah,
what?
that's
We can move players down. We put him in top 10.
Yeah.
We can move players down.
Who's that goalkeeper there?
Oh,
the
no,
the
he-
last
he-
one.
That's Runnerson. Bun him.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
One Runnerson.
Okay.
Who out of these players is not in the top 10? Martinelli, Trossard, Kai Havertz, Ben White, Saka. You know what? Right away, I'm just gonna say Martinelli is not top 10 this season. He's a good role player.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
If we're
agree.
on this season, oh no.
If we're
I
basing
have
it
a
on
hard
this
time with
season,
that. I have a hard time with that.
No,
But based
he
on
just
this
he
season,
hasn't
has he
performed
Kivior?
well this
okay,
season.
who has been better? Who has been better out of these three? Trossard, Jesus, Martinelli.
Trossard has
Yeah,
been
Mar-
better.
Trossard's been better, yeah, than all of them.
And then Martinelli
Trossard's
has
been
been
more
better.
consistent.
second best.
Then who's second best?
Martinelli.
Mhm.
Okay,
No,
so
I'd
then
say
Jesus
Jesus. What are we
Jesus is
talking
knocked
about?
out of the
I'm
top
trying
10.
to think about the games.
Jesus is knocked
Yeah,
out of the top 10.
Just based on based on availability alone, and the fact that he has a lot of trouble executing in the box. His finishing needs work.
Mm.
Or do you put Raya as a good squad player and put Jesus up?
Well, no, because Ray.
No,
No.
Raya-
Raya has to be in
number
the
one.
no. Raya has to be. Bro, Raya's in top 5, bro. I have to be real, bro. We have to-
Nah,
Okay,
top
I'm
10,
gonna,
nah,
I'm
nah,
just gonna
nah.
throw
Raya's
Raya in
Raya's
there.
top 5, bro. He's top 5, bro.
Not
The
top
way
5.
Okay,
Bro, the way
okay.
No,
1
nah.
second. Is Kai Havertz top 10 or top 5?
Top
This
10.
season?
Kai Havertz,
10.
I'll put him
10.
top
Top
10.
10.
I don't think I'll put him top 5.
Okay.
10.
Ben White, top 10 or top 5?
Top 10.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top
yeah,
5.
I think
Ben
top
White,
as well.
you know what? He's been
TJ?
quality.
TJ?
10.
10.
There you are.
Oh.
I break the tie. Is he top 5? I don't think he's top 5.
This season,
I don't think he's
this
better
season
than any of the 5 players that we have left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna throw Saka at the top. We're gonna throw Rice at the top. We're gonna throw Odegaard at the top. We're gonna throw Saliba at the top. And we're gonna throw Odegaard and Gabriel at the top. And the way we're gonna do it is all 5 of us have to put these players in our personal order. And the first and the order that we all select determines which order they're going to go in. So for me, I'm just gonna tell you guys the order that I have it in is like this. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be surprised. It's going to be Gabriel Magalhaes first, Second is going to be Declan Rice. Third is going to be Saka, then Odegaard, then Saliba. That's my order. What Matt? What do you change? And I'm talking about Matt podcast on top right.
You know what? Yeah, I think you're just right. Listen, I'm Saliba's biggest fan, so it's hurting me agreeing to him being him at 5th. But no, I think Gabriel's been sensational. Rice has been doing his thing. You know the Odegaard Saka one? That's the one I could maybe switch around. You know,
I'm switching
Okay.
it.
So
Really?
you're switching it?
yeah. Do you know?
There's some disrespect on Saka here.
No,
Saka's
no,
having
no.
a
Do
great
you know?
season.
Do you know? Do
Matt,
you
you're
know
gonna
what?
have your time. Let him finish.
I just think with Odegaard, you know, he did have that off time early in the season, but I feel like now he's warming up, and I feel like as the season's gonna finish, I think we're gonna see him cooking until the end now. Like I'm basing it on what I'm expecting until the end of the season, and you know,
Alright.
he's grabbing the ball by the horn. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. That's my
Young
order.
Matt, what you saying? What you changing?
See, I just don't think you can have Saka that low when he's had his best ever season, and we're not even finished with the season yet. I mean, Gabriel, I can understand the argument as player of the season. Like, I don't think Odegaard has been that good this season. I don't think he has.
So you
He
move
had a-
Saka back up ahead
He
of
had a
him.
very
Everything else
poor
stays the same.
first half of the season.
Everything else stays the same.
Yeah, I'm happy with
Okay.
that.
TJ, what are you saying?
I'm putting Declan Rice first. There's been no more consistent a player than Declan Rice in this squad. Period. End of story. The rest of
Wow.
it looks good. The rest of it looks good.
Okay, and then Saad.
Yeah, for me, listen, it has to be Gabriel. It has to be
Yeah.
Gabriel at first, then Declan Rice, then Odegaard, then Saka, then Saliba. And the reasoning for me putting Odegaard through is because of his sudden the change between him and over that after that Liverpool game where we drew away at Anfield, bro. Bro, since then he's just been immense, bro. He's just changed completely, and Gabriel is most improved, bro.
Okay, we got to make some changes, guys. Raya's got to drop down, but where does he lie amongst Ben White, Havertz, and these guys?
I mean, he's
I
our
think
first choice
he's-
goalkeeper, so he has to be quite high.
I think he's right here in between Kai Havertz and Trossard.
I put him second.
I put him
put him
second before in between Havertz and Ben White.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I think Ben White goes number 1 there because he's been sensational this season.
Yeah.
I
100%.
think Martinelli can keep last because his form has been a bit off. It's still quality. Who's that?
I think
Trossard or
Kai
Havertz?
Havertz has gotten us more game-winning moments as a
Yeah, you say that,
forward
but
and a
I
midfielder.
think I hear you, but I think Raya has brought calm to the back four now, and that
Okay.
they've got confidence in. So I think that one.
Okay, so just everybody knows, TJ was the only person to vote for anybody besides Gabriel Magalhaes as player of the season. So with the most votes, he automatically wins player of the season for today's show. The question is now, what is the order here? Because Saliba is clearly 5th. Who's going to be second? Is it going to be Rice? Because everybody seems to be picking Rice.
Has to be
Right.
Rice.
Yeah, it has to be
Has
right.
to be.
Rice has to be second, yeah.
Now we need to finally come down to a decision. Who is going to be third? Who's going to be fourth? Is it going to be Saka or is it going to be Odegaard? I personally put Saka there. I think
Saka.
Matt, you put Odegaard there,
Yeah.
and then the young Matt put Saka there.
Yeah.
TJ, what did you do?
TJ, make the
I
right
put
choice.
Saka there. I put Saka third.
Oh.
And then Saad.
I put Odegaard.
So 3-2. Saka wins.
the dog.
No.
We got the dog in the back, by the way. DJ's just there.
So just to be fair, we're going to take this youngster, the goalkeeper, and say loan,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Continue.
and then everybody else is getting sold. Everybody else is getting sold, or wait, Partey is getting sold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
So yeah, you guys happy with this?
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
Yep.
Very happy. With
Yeah,
that.
I'm happy with that, bro.
Do you know
That
what? You
was-
should take a picture of that and end of the season. I want to see if whether we're thinking. the same
Yeah.
thing,
You
You know what I mean?
Just take a picture of that, bro. We need to keep that.
Definitely.
I'm gonna tweet it out. I'm gonna tweet it out. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That was a quick.
No,
That I feel
loved
like
it.
I feel
Loved
like that segment went a lot faster than the review.
Yeah.
The review, I didn't realize how long the review was gonna take. Tweet that, LOL. Big up Sunshine for still watching. You're a United fan. You're watching this. Big up to you. Get rid of
Sunshine,
Fabio
man.
Zini as well. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna end it up here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it also. Being part of it, it was a great little recap. And next time we recap, hopefully, we're recapping our first league title win in 20 plus years. That'll be great. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna be doing like a 7-day live stream if we win.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
Oh,
Like,
Man said 7 days. I'm doing a whole month. What are you talking about? Every day,
bro,
is a month.
no. Bro, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do when we win?
The whole
I'm
season.
doing I'm doing a 14-hour live stream, bro, for 14 Premier Leagues in this piece.
I saw come catch me at the train station like last time.
Something ain't right.
Man said 14 days. What?
No, 14
Anyway.
hour.
I've already-
hour stream, bro, straight.
I already told my wife not to expect me home for days if we win. I'm gonna be.
Man.
I'm gonna.
What?
You
With the
told
look-
her what?
I told her,
Daniel.
I'm like, look, I'm sorry, I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna go with the rest of the KC Gooners, and I'm gonna disappear somewhere in the KC downtown. And I'll be gone.
Nah, bro,
Yeah,
you lot gotta be here, bro. You lot
You're
gotta
gonna
come to
see.
London,
You're gonna
bro.
see a
Trust me.
pillar of smoke all the way from across the pond, rising from Kansas City, because I'm gonna be burning that much.
Bro, TJ thinks he's still gonna be in America, bro. This guy's a joke, bro.
TJ will be
You're
over
coming
here,
to,
mate.
you're coming to
Trust me.
London
I'm coming over, I'm coming
somehow,
over.
bro.
All right,
If you don't pay for it, I'm paying for it myself, bro. I'm getting you here, bro.
All right, let's
I
get
need to
it.
see TJ in the flesh, bro.
He
My
might
guy,
call
bro.
you out on
me.
that. Let's get it. We're gonna wrap it up here, though. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm
Yeah.
out, people. Love.
Big up.